Good morning, evening, afternoon, I'm tatocat. Welcome to my channel. Today we're playing Echoes, the Lucid9 Fangame. Previously, I re-ended everything. I went back in time to an alternate universe where I listened to DCIS and I made a live, and everyone's very happy with me, and it's all great. And now I'm maybe going on a talk show with Yama, who does not remember what the wind is. Yeah. And that's pretty much where we left off. Let's continue. At the moment, the only aircraft docked at this landing pad is a large, sleek dropship painted a green-white pattern and sporting Wait Ford's logo. The fuselage seems to be of the same design as the prototype Limney Skate dropship I deployed from a few hours ago. The SIV-50. If memory serves, though I'm not sure if Hidega would approve of me calling it a prototype. This one, though, seems to have been stripped off all its weapons. Maybe I'll find out why once I run a quick scan on its other systems. Whoa. It looks like a paper airplane. I guess it kind of just looks like a triangle. Okay, armaments, none. Cargo up to 8 SSD operatives and equipment. Locked 20 cubic meters of storage. Extensive onboard medical facilities. Integrated artificial intelligence support for anonymous co-piloting and energy distribution. Propulsion, fusionless negative intake, rapid plasma expansion pulse engines with stealth thermoregulators. There we go. Stealth is the Nosferatu in this one. Stonefish optical sonic distortion grid. Sabrama. Advanced EMC AENC suit. Additional systems. Emergency neural gel bath for ultra high speed recoil compensation. Regenerative nanite applicators with a contingency inceps veil. Distribution manifold. So it doesn't have Nosferatu. This plane means nothing to me without Nosferatu. Defenses. I probably should have started over there first. Centimeter way forward. 30 centimeter way forward. Nano regenerative triple layer armor plating. Heavy duty, not Dudo, don't know what a Dudo is. Heavy duty reroutable fusion plasma reactor. Okay. Don't know what that means. Well, that was convenient. Certainly better than having to listen 5 more minutes of exposition. That was convenient. Thank you. Handmaid. Here you are, sir. Chicken breast tempura with a side of deep-fried Yukon Gold Alumite? I don't know what that is. Not potatoes? Garnished with parsley and Star Moon Ultra Energy to drink. Thank you. This has got to be who I think it is. Of course, sir. Will you be needing anything else? That will be all. Very good, sir. Sir, with the utmost respect, you can't be leaving your dirty socks on the floor like this. Mistress told you to expect guests at... Is that blood? Sir, if you're unwell, a change in schedule still... Oh my. Wait. Who? Who? Are you Inamoto, or are you, the one chick? It's hard to think of her without, like, the hat. So I'll wait until Smiling Woman has a name. Are you bending over in front of my golden boy again, Yukino? Not at all, mistress. Good. You know how he gets when attractive women are in the room. Are you perhaps happy to see him? Should I not be, mistress? I wonder. Well, I suppose there's no shame in it. Just do refrain from giving him an obstructed view of down there. Refrain from giving him an unobstructed view from down there. Oh my. Is she wearing one of those, like, French maid outfits? Because that's what I am imagining her in. Is, like, one of those... Not like a real French, like one of the sleazy, the really short ones. With a feather duster and, like, a little thing. A leotard. With a leotard like that on, I don't doubt that your garden of lies is bulging again. Against the fabric. An old laptop battery. Oh, let's reread that. With a leotard like that on, I don't doubt that your garden of lies is bulging against the fabric like an old laptop battery. What an image. I'd hate to think of what might happen if someone were forced to take a needle to it. A needle? What were you doing down there anyway? The young master left his socks on the ground, mistress. And you picked them up without gloves on? You know what he uses them for. Oh! No. No, there's blood on it. That's concerning. I just can't not imagine it now. Okay. I apologize, mistress. It won't happen again. Be sure that it doesn't, and go wash your hands. Yes, wash your hands. We'd like some privacy for the next few minutes. Of course, mistress. Oh, privacy? Is this like bow chicka wow wow time? I can't quite put my finger on it, but Something about you seems familiar. How on earth did you get to my house, and why are you so adorable? Oh, I have no idea what's happening now. You're joking. Of course I am. I've seen your pretty little face every day for years. I don't need a deep learning algorithm to fill in the cracks for me. And speaking of filling in cracks, Lemniscate Security just appointed a new director. I wonder who it is. Oh, she's a Minister of Defense. Oh, I don't remember her from the original game then. Because this can't be Inamoto. Because, with the future and stuff, she would be older. Although Inamoto did have a baby face. Is our stunningly beautiful Minister of Defense? Perhaps. I don't remember what voice I gave the Minister of Defense. And nobody's accused you of having a conflict of interest. Please, you can't have... I feel like this is just my go-to voice. Please, you can't have a conflict of interest when there aren't any conflicting interests. I made sure of that when I took office. Well done. Thank you. By the way, Yukino found some blood on your socks. Do you have any idea why that was? I stuck my toe on a door. My, such a clumsy little boy. I let you out of my sight for 15 minutes and you've already spilled your juice onto another article of clothing. Well, what? It sounds a bit different when you put it that way. Also, ignore the sound that you're probably hearing in the background. I am cold and I need heat. But that's okay. You're my clumsy little boy, and I won't let anyone else hurt you. You're a bit psycho, aren't you? You're not like that purple-haired traitor. You know what opportunity looks like? You don't spit on the people trying to help you like some disgusting, ungrateful animal. And that's why I love you. I'll leave the meeting to you. If everything goes well, I doubt those will be a double dose will be waiting on the bed for you, and so will I. Oh, it's very cringe. Too quiet. Pardon? I said, these pulse engines are too quiet. 5 minutes in Lemniscate airspace, and all I've heard is that damned river. It's like I'm standing on a burst pipe, an angry, screaming burst pipe that can't wait to swallow us whole. Would it kill them to let us turn on our SDG? I'm sorry, I never should have agreed to this. Didn't really agree, we kind of were forced into it. I'm pretty sure it was part of the deal. Would it kill you to show some balls? It's just water. I didn't agree to this, but sure, my bad. I'm sorry, I never should have agreed to this. Yama's attitude towards you has increased to 70. Aw. You didn't, though. Why are you sorry? Because you shouldn't have to be reminded of that river. I know the kinds of memories dredges up. Sorry, that one sounded funnier in my head. Everything sounds funny when you talk like this. All of the jokes are the best when you just talk in monotone. I lean forward and reach out, gently touching the back of Yama's hand. Look, I don't know if it helps, but you'll stop hearing it soon. Lemniscate's just trying to mess with you. In the meantime, I'll be here if you need a distraction. But if you want to be alone, that's fine too. You know that, right? Da-da-dots. Da-da-da-da-dots. Da-da-da-da-dots. I withdraw my hand. Hell of a deal, huh? They extended their goodwill and let's take a shortcut over their territory, and in return we follow a defined flight path, pretend we don't hate them, and stay far away from District 1. Though I guess that last part's obvious. If we flew over any point within a half click of the ivory curtain, the ISAF would shoot us down like a clay DVD. The little discs, clay discs, a clay DVD. I guess it's the future. It's the same thing. Still better than landing there willingly. You know, Mizu told me that all the mean kids who ate my lunch and kicked sand in my eyes were never going to get anywhere in life. I kept hearing this river, the same river that killed her, and part of me is glad that she didn't live long enough to see them prove her wrong. I used to dream that the river killed me too. It was a good dream, but I know you wouldn't like it. I'm glad I stopped dreaming. At least, I hope I stopped. So do I. We're here. That's important. Be careful. Are we saying so do I as in we hope that he's not dreaming? Or we're here? Or like, okay. Yeah, we're here. We're here, man. Hope all you want. But you're still here. And so am I. There we go. That's what's important. Ah, yes. Our shuttle sits down on a landing pad in the heart of District 8, opening its doors to the brightly polished stone courtyard of an ostentatious mansion. Ostentatious, if you will. When I step onto... I guess it is quite ostentatious. When I step out onto the glistening surface, I notice that its properties are extremely unusual for a building smack in the middle of downtown Isamu. Instead of another modernist high-rise built to maximize population density, the grounds of Imbrun Manor are, I'm 100% saying that wrong, are barely reached a height of 20 meters, opening for a wide and spacious layout occupied by architecture that sits at the midpoint between traditional and postmodern. As Yama and I approached the front entrance, we passed by numerous rectangular lanterns fixtures that glow a gentle faded orange, evenly placed throughout the mostly empty surface level, which sits surrounded on all sides by a wall of neatly trimmed cherry trees and skyscrapers, whose imposing height, ironically, serves to make this place look even more important. Whoever designed it was most likely thinking along similar lines. After all, if you can live in a plot of land so empty in the center of the city, you obviously have money to throw around. While I'm impressed by the psychology of it all, Yama's face forms into a decidedly unnerved expression at the sound of rushing water, which now seems to be coming from behind us. I look back and see a small inland harbor on the far side of the landing pad, spanning the length of the manor, before narrowing into one of the major canals District 8 draws its clean water from. Clean, of course, being a relative term in the city. Look, I'm all for diplomacy, but don't you think we're a little exposed here? From a tactical standpoint, yes. I miss Eris's little sprite. Like, she had a big one, but I miss her little face. I know she's not a human, but I like her. From a tactical standpoint, yes. However, given that we are currently surrounded by an extensive system of railgun emplacements and defensive fortifications, any ambush against us would either be a strategically unsound decision, or or a major diplomatic error. And how many of those railguns are currently pointed at us? None. But our positions are being actively tracked by a number of targeting cameras. In addition to this, I am detecting the multispectral signatures of over 200 combat-capable Limnisgate UAVs within a kilometer, potato, of our position. If needed, they can converge on our position in less than 1 second and open fire on any threats within range of their weapons. So we have no armor, no weapons, and no way out of here that doesn't involve getting shot down. That is an accurate assessment. Fantastic. Yeah, I didn't like it either, but I don't like them. That's why I chose the other thing as my first choice. Can't wait to see more of this place. Yeah, it's not looking great. Oh. Upbeat music. Master. Masters Ishimoto and Hayata. Welcome. After being scanned extensively by two rather surprised-looking Lemniscate security guards in heavy armor, we're led into the foyer of the manor, where a member of the staff bows and greets us. That is not what I was imagining at all. I mean, I guess it's still small. I was expecting like short. So that's what. Okay. Why? This does not seem convenient to clean in. I apologize if you were inconvenienced by our security procedures. Due to recent ILF activity, we've been instructed to confirm that all of our guests are authentic and free of sabotage. While her attire seems to signify the role of a butler or senior housekeeper, its skin coverage seems rather inadequate. Yeah, it caught me off guard. I was expecting inadequate skin coverage, but not to that extent. I feel like this is Mr. MacGyver. I feel like I had that same expression not that long ago. I got Yama staring at her for a split second before purposely shifting his gaze to the floor. Hopefully it was the bell around her neck that got his attention. Young Master Ikari is currently in talks, but he will be ready to speak with you in a few moments. Wait, hold up. Did you say Ikari? Yes. Inbrim Manor is the property and residence of Assistant Vice Director Yahiko Ikari of Lemniscate Broadcasting and Media Services. See, I thought something happened and he went dark and went against everything and he joined the ILF. That's what I thought happened to him. But this makes more sense. Like, Elizabeth joining it was not that... it was surprising. But it makes sense. Because, like, her dad is in the police force. Or something like that. And now that they're basically useless, I could see how she could go against it. So this is also, like, an understandable point that he'd end up. Where's Akira? Was that her name? The one with the blanket. Guess that explains the outfits. It does. If you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer them. And I do apologize that the dress code here has startled you. The young master found that these outfits were optimal for providing service. Providing service? As supervisor of the housekeeping staff, I can assure you that it is nothing indecent. Since the young master's wife moved in with him, she's been keeping him on quite the short leash. If Yahiko's still anything like his old self, that's probably wise. At any rate, We'll be sure to let you know if we need anything, miss. Higurashi. Higurashi. Haraguchi. Yukino Haraguchi. Yukino Snowstorm. Haraguchi. The supervisor nods, grinning from ear to ear. You're a follower of women's professional sandball? Yahiko introduced me to it. Sandball? What's sandball? Is that like volleyball? Or is it like softball? Yahiko introduced me to it. He was showing me and a friend a recording of the 2032 Coastal Series Finals in Hanalei, I think. That Grand Duncan 11-10 win against Tonga was something else. Your spin kick must have gone at least 300 meters into the right shore. I was wrong, that's not even close. That sounds more like soccer? I don't... Is sandball a real thing or is it like a pretend sport? I'm gonna Google that later. It was mostly a consequence of a good fortune, but thank you. Context, Eris? The staff member in front of us has been positively identified as Yukino Haraguchi, former member of the Japanese national women's sandball team from 2028 to 2039. Sandball? A team sport. Okay, thank you. I'm like, what is sandball? Is it a real thing? The Eris is the best. A team sport with mechanics similar to kickball, also known as beach baseball. The diamond is a sand-covered island in a I feel like she would say kilometer. In a kilometer-wide circular lagoon consisting of 400-meter diagonal passages separated by shallow water-filled pits. Of course he'd be into this. I bet they're wearing bathing suits or something. The 1 kilogram rubber ball must be pitched through the air and high kicked. As athletics typically wear swimsuits covering a minimum of skin, it is common for them to regularly apply oil to themselves in order to prevent injury. This sport was invented by a dude. For sure. Yeah, I can definitely see Yahiko watching a sport with oil and swimsuits. Dots and dots and now exclamation mark. Oh, surprise. Understood, sir. The young master will see you now. Whenever you're ready, You'll find him. Well, I've gone way longer than I meant to. You'll find him upstairs. Okay, we'll stop the episode here. I've gone way longer. We will see what happens after we're reunited with Yuhiko in the next episode.